The first person to hear the sky sneeze laughed so hard he nearly fell off his roof. By sunset, nobody was laughing anymore. Every sneeze erased a color from the world. It began on an ordinary spring morning in the quiet hill town of Bramble Reach. People were hanging laundry, children were racing homemade kites, and merchants were arranging fruit beneath striped awnings. Then the sky made a strange sound. Not thunder, not wind, but a sharp, echoing sneeze that rolled from one horizon to the other. A little girl pointed upward and asked why the flowers had suddenly turned gray. At first everyone assumed it was some trick of the light. But as neighbors gathered, they realized every red object in town had lost its color. Apples, rooftops, scarves, painted doors, even the sunset itself had become dull shades of silver. The next day the sky sneezed again. This time blue disappeared. The river looked like polished stone. The sea beyond the cliffs blended into the horizon. People's eyes seemed strangely unfamiliar. Panic spread faster than reason. Scientists arrived with cameras and instruments. Artists filled notebooks with frantic sketches before more colors vanished. Religious leaders declared prophecies fulfilled. Merchants argued over whether gray bananas should cost the same as yellow ones. Only one person refused to study the sky. Mara was an instrument tuner. Not a musician. Not a scientist. She spent her days restoring ancient bells, crystal flutes, bronze chimes, and forgotten mechanical music boxes. She believed every object carried its own perfect note, even if nobody remembered how to hear it anymore. When everyone else stared upward waiting for another celestial sneeze, Mara listened downward. She noticed something nobody else did. Every time a color disappeared, thousands of tiny sounds disappeared with it. The rustle of maple leaves became quieter. The hum inside stained glass windows faded. Fresh paint no longer made its soft crackling sound while drying. It wasn't simply color that was vanishing. The world was losing invisible harmonies attached to those colors. She visited painters whose masterpieces now looked like charcoal sketches. They complained that their paintings felt strangely silent. She questioned bakers who insisted strawberries no longer smelled sweet despite tasting the same. She even listened beside a blooming garden and realized bees hesitated before landing, as though flowers had forgotten part of their language. Another sneeze echoed across the heavens. Green vanished. Fields became seas of ash. Forests resembled carved stone. People stopped traveling because every direction looked identical. Governments declared emergencies. Maps became nearly useless. Hope faded almost as quickly as the colors themselves. Mara searched forgotten archives beneath the oldest concert hall in town. Hidden inside a dust-covered cabinet, she discovered something peculiar. It wasn't a book. It wasn't a machine. It was an unfinished orchestra. Hundreds of instruments rested on shelves, each designed unlike anything she'd ever seen. Some had strings made of glass. Others contained floating metal rings. One resembled a hollow sphere that could only be played by passing sunlight through tiny openings. Attached to the collection was a single sentence. When the sky catches a cold, remind it how to sing. Nobody knew who had written those words. Most scholars dismissed them as nonsense. Mara didn't. She spent weeks repairing impossible instruments no one understood. Each one produced sounds that felt strangely visible. Listeners claimed they could almost see forgotten shades returning for the briefest moment before fading again. Meanwhile, the sneezes became more frequent. Purple disappeared. Orange followed. Then pink. The world looked as though someone had erased every painter's palette. People argued over memories. What did roses look like? What exactly was emerald? Children born after the first sneeze couldn't understand why adults cried over colors they'd never seen. Eventually only white, black and gray remained. The world resembled an endless charcoal sketch. Then the sky inhaled for the loudest sneeze yet. Everyone expected the final colors to disappear. Instead, nothing happened. The sky remained frozen, unable to finish the sneeze. Clouds trembled. Mountains vibrated. Even silence sounded uncomfortable. Mara realized the sky wasn't destroying color. It was trying and failing to release something trapped inside itself. The missing colors hadn't died. They had been swallowed. She gathered every repaired instrument inside the town square. No audience. No applause. Just her. As she played the first strange bell, the air shimmered. The second instrument caused shadows to bend like flowing water. The third filled empty streets with echoes that nobody remembered hearing before. People stepped outside. Animals emerged from hiding. Birds landed without fear. Instrument after instrument joined the growing melody until the entire square vibrated with impossible harmony. Above them the clouds slowly opened. Not like curtains. Like tightly clenched fists finally relaxing. The enormous unfinished sneeze escaped. Except it wasn't a sneeze. It became the most beautiful note anyone had ever heard. A single endless chord stretched across the world. Colors didn't simply return. They poured back like waterfalls. Red splashed across rooftops. Blue flooded the oceans. Green raced through forests faster than spring itself. Purple bloomed across distant mountains. Every forgotten shade rushed home at once. People laughed, cried, embraced strangers, and stared at their own hands as though seeing them for the first time. But something unexpected happened afterward. New colors appeared. Not brighter versions of old ones. Entirely new colors. No language could describe them. Artists painted with shades that changed depending on memories. Flowers bloomed in colors visible only during laughter. Rainbows gained bands nobody could count. Scientists searched endlessly for explanations but failed. Children accepted the new colors immediately, while adults struggled to understand what they were seeing. Years later, Mara returned the impossible instruments to their hidden room beneath the concert hall. She added one sentence beneath the old inscription. The sky wasn't sick. It had forgotten the melody that held its colors together. Nobody knew whether the note would ever fade again. But every year, on the anniversary of the Great Silence, the people of Bramble Reach gathered in the town square. Not to watch fireworks. Not to celebrate survival. They simply listened together. Because somewhere beyond the clouds, if the wind was perfectly still, they could hear the sky humming quietly to itself, making sure it never forgot the song again. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.